Yo, what is cracking, guys? I'm back after a month, and I'm also gonna press right now because I recorded part of this video, and OBS either stopped recording or was never recording. I don't know, I must have misclicked or something, but that means I get a fresh start because I was also like slurring my words a lot because I just woke up, bro. So I got a bit more warming up done. So TeeJayx6 tutorial, you know, like scam rap. You could talk about scamming your cousin or whatever because he's bisexual, whatever you want to talk about. So let's just get into it. I'm first gonna play the final melody loop that I got so then I can show you how to make it. Okay, so this melody is in C sharp minor, and we're at 186 BPM for like a TeeJayx6 beat. Anything above 170 works. Some of them are even above 200. So just do whatever you want to do. I can't tell you what to do. Okay, so the first part is this rendered out part, and I'll play that real quick. Okay, so the way I made this, I used these keys, and this is the pattern I played with the keys. Okay, so then I rendered those keys, I reversed them as you can see, and then I chopped them up bar by bar and reversed the order, if you understand that. Next thing I need to talk about, this would make a clicking noise right here, because you see how like when you chop something up, you probably know like it clicks. So like I added a balance to mitigate the clicking. Like when this wave goes up, it turns down the audio. So I'll let you hear that. It's kind of like a pulsing effect, because if I didn't have that, let's see. Oh, I need to also turn off this one. Man, I guess I can't show you without them because there's no sound, but there would be clicking without these balance envelopes. Okay, next element of the melody. This is an arp, and I just copied the same notes, and I think I might have cut some of the notes out. I shaped the arp pattern how I want it to be, basically. Okay, next melodic element is this bass sound. I'm pretty sure it's called Synth bass 1 from Purity. That's the one I use, but you could use any bass because this is just a generic sound. It's not anything that's a staple of Purity. So this is what that sounds like. Obviously you just follow the root notes with the bass, and if you made the melody and didn't use a loop, you could easily see where the root notes are. So this is what this sounds like. The melody sounds like with the bass sound on it. So as you can see, we're finally getting somewhere here. But I'm just gonna take a step back real quick and just say how I did this intro. Intro is literally just the melody halftime, if you can see, and I'll let you hear that real quick. Hold up, I'm having problems. It sounds super dark. It's fire. Okay, I guess we can get onto the drums now. And before I even start with this, literally just go on Reddit, type in Detroit drum kit if you want to know where to get these drums. I'll put a link in the description. How about that? Below that subscribe button, wink wink, you get what I did. Yeah, but I'll put that in the description because it helped me out a lot. And if you don't know where to get the sounds, there's always people in my comments asking, yo, where do you get these sounds? Well, today I'm giving you the link. Okay, so for a snare pattern, it just hits where a snare would normally hit, which is on the third, the third, until the end, where you can get advanced with this, where it hits on the third, but then like there's a roll to it. I'll let you hear that. I'm gonna start from the 5th bar because there's no purpose in playing all of this. See, there's that crazy bounce. Crazy. Okay. Then I use an open hat. Just a generic pattern for the open hat. Now this is kind of like my favorite kind of sound. It's just some sort of zap sound, which is also in the Detroit drum kit that will be linked in the description below that like button. Yep, and this is what that sounds like. I'm just gonna play it from here because why would I waste your time listening to 3 bars of nothing? It's crazy. It sounds like some Star Wars or something. Okay, next is a hi-hat. You don't want to go too crazy with these because they're not, I don't think they ever go that crazy. But I just did a two-step, what did I just say? Two-step with a little bit of rolls thrown in. Yeah, you don't want to go crazy with rolls because we're already at 186 BPM, so it could get kind of crowded. Next up is the 808. I use the Spins 808. You could use anything. And by the way, before I get carried away, I just put some blood overdrive on the 808 to make it fatter. I might tweak the mix of this before I upload this to YouTube. I'm not sure. So, yeah, I'm sorry I didn't like sort out the mix before I started making this video, but the 808 just follows the same root note pattern. It might even be, it's a similar pattern to the synth bass. Okay, next up I used a rack kick and it follows the same pattern. By the way, this kick, by the way, is not in the Detroit kit, but you could find it on Google. And the rack kick is normally quiet, but I got this thing cranked, like in comparison to the other things. So this is what it sounds like. Okay, the final drum sound is this weird kind of thing I made with a snare. If you could look at the volume, the velocity, automation, some sort of metallic sound. I just took the snare, put it in C4, and automated the volume or velocity or whatever. And it's cool. And now the last final sound is just this Vogue sound that I've been using since the beginning of this year. If you go back to my first TeeJayx6 tutorial, I used the same sound. Sounds pretty cool. And that is it. Oh, I literally just forgot one effect. I put some RC20 onto the what did I call it? The melody, like the entire melody, just for some detuning, and that sounds kind of fire. You could also use isotope vinyl. I actually don't know why I use RC20 for that. Just use isotope vinyl. I'll literally show you how to do that right now. If you want some detuning, just crank the warp depth in isotope vinyl. Okay, now onto arrangement. I already showed you the intro, the 16 bar kind of intro, but I did not show you that there's also a zap in the intro. And then it's just basically, the drums are always straight. They're either all on or all off. And then there's just like 16 straight bars of all the melody on too. And then I cut out this arp here and I put it back on, but I put it back on a higher octave at the last end of the verse, and that's what it sounds like. It just goes for some switch up. It adds some switch up. And I also added a tape stop here and also tweaked the snare pattern here a bit before this tape stop. I'll let you hear this. I made it more advanced. Just hits a few more times. And then at the end of this snare pattern, I went kind of crazy, but trust me, it's fire. And I think that's about it. If you enjoyed, like, press the subscribe button. You follow me on Instagram, Twitter, and this is the final beat. You feel me?